internal, it's for us. You know the essence for, like Rade said, we that want to manage this program, we should know it. Why are we doing it? What is our role? That is the essence of what we're doing.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, and I want to join others in congratulating the AL-HABIBIYYAH Society for taking its bold steps. I want to maintain the established protocol, and I'm happy to see all of you are fathers here, because matter of work, it requires that we have elderly people as advocates. We believe that once the message of work is very well internalized by elderly people like your excellencies, we are going to have a lot of progress. So I want to thank Allah for making it possible for you to be here. And one thing I always aspire is that when I see people who are retired, who are elderly, and the remaining part of their life is being dedicated to Islam, I've always been inspired. And I also pray that by the time I also retire, the remaining part of my life, even though by nature of my own specialization, everything I've been doing is about Islam. But one will get to a stage that you don't have any other thing, not even purposely because you want to earn, you want to do this, but just to dedicate. So I pray Allah to continue to strengthen each and every one of you. And I pray that the remaining parts of your life will be better and longer, and وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Just to respond to some of the issues that have been raised, I want to say that the issue of volunteering and payment that has been raised is very, very important. Recently, I wrote an article in respect of Zakat administration, where I try to draw the attention of Zakat administrators and managers to one very fundamental error they are committing, which is thinking because it's a matter of Zakat that whatever they want to do in respect of Zakat should be fi sabilillah. And therefore, they are suffering themselves, as well as taking steps that is affecting even the institution itself. Right now, I'm undertaking a review of the annual report of some selected Zakat institutions in Nigeria, to see in their annual report, financial report, how much they have taken or spent on the institution as the Zakat administrator. Because in the Quran, Surah At-Tawbah, it is very clear when Allah is listing out the beneficiary of the Zakat. He said, "Innama sadaqatu lil fuqara'i wal masakin wal 'amilina 'alayha." In fact, if you want to use the principle of scale of preference, we will say number 3 is the what? Al-'amilina 'alayha. So in that regard, I try to propose a kind of formula that if in the Quran we have 8 beneficiaries, it means that the share of the zakat, the amilina alayha, is 1/8 of whatever that you are able to get as what? As zakat. And you cannot the blame, if you take 1/8 from whatever that you have been able to mobilize as zakat. So where I'm going is that the same thing is applicable to Waqf, because the primary basis of Waqf principle is that this related in respect of Umar ibn Khattab, where he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, informing him that he has acquired a property in a place known as Khaybar. He now approached the Prophet, and the Prophet should advise him what he should do with it. The Prophet now advised him that in Shikta Habastahu, what a Sadaqa biha, that if you like, you keep that property, and whatever proceed that is coming from it, you now make it as Sadaqa. So now, the woman now lay down the foundation principles of management of Waqf by saying that whoever is involved in the management of Waqf is also entitled to eat from it. So therefore, whatever Waqf management, like it has been observed, we should also have a policy on ensuring that we don't say because it's Waqf, people are just going to be doing free work. So that's the first point I would like us to emphasize. Then the issue of training. I think I also mentioned this here last night when we had a brief interaction. I said that Waqf is a knowledge-based institution. And the learning in Waqf itself is so wide that every day we sleep, we wake up, we always have new areas of learning. And one of the beauties, opportunities we have in Waqf is that it is a product of ijtihad, and it's falls within the scope of mu'amala, by which we have the opportunity to be innovative in whatever we want to be doing. Like the issue of volunteering we are talking about. In the Waqf sector, we have a Waqf that we call Waqful Amal. That is, you want to make your services as a form of Waqf, so that whatever impact you are able to do through that Waqf of service, then you always expect that the reward will be coming to you. So we need to look inward and be very much innovative in whatever things we want to do, like the Waqf of service and all that. Then lastly, on the issue of microfinance, I want to say that good, everybody is thinking of having Islamic microfinance, but I want to add my voice that what can make AL-HABIBIYYAH different is that don't just think of having an Islamic microfinance, but we should think of having Waqf macro finance. Recently, I consulted for an institution in Saudi Arabia. Like I said yesterday, Saudi Arabia government is now just waking up to go into Waqf. All those Waqf activity, charity that we have been seeing, they have always been individuals. But right now, part of the agenda of 2030 of Saudi Arabia is that they want to explore Waqf. So in that area, they are looking at even having a national Waqf bank. So if AL-HABIBIYYAH can be the first to have Waqf microfinance bank, it's going to be much more sustainable even than other microfinance banks, and it's going to support the activities and objectives of AL-HABIBIYYAH. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Alhamdulillah, this has been an eye-opening, very impactful, and very futuristic in everything. So we want to, I will invite Secretary. We will say thank you to our fathers who are here. What we do now, after this, we'll go out for group pictures. Then there will be tea, that we can be taking tea. Then after the group picture, we can allow you, but I don't think we are going to allow Dr. Kamal to go. I'm afraid whether I could be able to do that. So wallahi, we want to appreciate you because